You're scrolling TikTok or Twitter late at night, and suddenly a clip pops up. A soft stage light, a delicate flutter of movement, a breathy, emotional note, a gaze that seems to see right through the screen, as if he's singing to you. Who is this? Non-fan viewers ask. Who's that expression? And suddenly, you see it. Jimin of BTS. Not just a K-pop idol, not just another performer, a global phenomenon with an unprecedented 94% positive sentiment score, the highest in idol brand reputation rankings. So what made Jimin viral? Beyond music, beyond choreography, beyond fandom. Why does a soft voice, a certain gaze, and a handful of perfect moments snowball into global obsession? Today on What Made K-Pop Viral, we're breaking down exactly how Jimin went from being a member of BTS to becoming one of the most searched, most loved, most sentiment-positive idols in the world. We'll explore the origin, who Jimin is and where he started, the climb, how his artistry and personality captivated fans, the tipping point, the moment his magic spread beyond the core fandom, the global spread, how his influence crossed borders and cultures, the legacy, why Jimin's impact continues to grow. Later, we'll revisit the viral clip that made non-K-pop fans ask, who is this angelic voice? But that wasn't even the real ignition point. Let's begin. Before viral fame, there was Park Jimin, born October 13, 1995 in Busan, South Korea. Unlike many idols groomed from childhood as performers, Jimin's starting point was modern dance, a discipline rooted in expression over flash. He studied dance intensely in school, focusing on physical storytelling and emotion in movement. That early foundation would become something much bigger than technique. When he joined BTS in 2013 as one of the main vocalists and lead dancers, he entered a group still building its identity. BTS, under Big Hit Entertainment, now HYBE, wasn't a guaranteed global sensation. It was a passionate underdog with big ambition. Even in those early days, Jimin stood out, not because he was the flashiest or loudest, but because he moved with intention. He sang with vulnerability. He connected with eyes and gestures as much as voice and rhythm. Fans noticed early clips of his performances, the way he slid into a move, how he turned his head just so, how his expressions carried emotion beyond lyrics. That wasn't perfect training, it was presence. And presence is something you can feel, even without understanding the language. So Jimin had talent, but talent alone doesn't make someone viral. To understand the climb, we have to break into two elements. 1. His artistic voice, and 2. His relational presence. Artistic voice, not just another vocal. Jimin's vocal tone is distinctive, airy, breathy, emotional, and layered with nuance. Critics and fans alike describe it as expressive, where even a softly sung line feels personal and intimate. Whether in BTS group tracks or solo numbers, his voice carries something many pop vocals don't: intimacy. That sensibility makes listeners feel like he's singing to them, not just into a mic. Examples include Serendipity, one of BTS's most iconic solo vocal showcases. Lie, emotional, theatrical, dramatic. Like Crazy, a solo track that debuted at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, a historic first for a South Korean soloist. That last one, Like Crazy, wasn't just a chart hit. It made headlines globally as a crossover success, proving his appeal wasn't just inside K-pop fandom, but in the broader musical world as well. Relational presence, soft, expressive, human. But Jimin's impact wasn't only about sound. It was about connection. Fans and casual viewers alike point to his expressive eyes, nuanced facial expressions, and physical performance style as part of his appeal. Clips of him on stage or off casually interacting often get shared as memes or edits, capturing his playful, shy, affectionate, or deeply emotional moments. Some of the most shared moments aren't even performances, they're candid reactions, playful backstage snippets, or spontaneous interactions with fans and bandmates. That combination of vulnerability, warmth, openness makes Jimin feel accessible, even in his stardom. People don't just admire him, they emotionally relate to him. That's a powerful force in today's social media culture. Now, consider this. In a world full of polished, ultra-produced personalities, people often crave authentic connection. Jimin didn't hide his emotions. He didn't wear a mask. Whether it was a tear during an emotional performance or a goofy face in a rehearse and laugh video, fans saw someone who felt, and that felt real. This played into his parasocial presence, where audiences feel a personal bond with someone they've never met in real life. And that bond isn't just a superficial metric. Algorithms notice engagement, emotional reactions, comments, shares, and push content further when viewers respond with feelings, not just clicks. That's how Jimin began to move beyond idol status and into a broader, sentiment-driven cultural presence. Later in this video, we'll revisit the specific moment when Jimin stopped being just beloved among ARMY and became viral worldwide, even among non-K-pop audiences. But first, let's finish his climb. At some point during fandom growth, Jimin didn't just trend, he stayed trending. Some reports even joke that his name became so ubiquitous that algorithms treat it like a common word. But the real tipping point, when Jimin's visibility spiked across platforms, emerging beyond BTS ARMY circles, came from viral clips that had nothing to do with deliberate promotion. One of these was a short backstage clip, just a few seconds of Jimin giving a soft, warm gaze to the camera. That clip, originally shared casually, was reshared hundreds of thousands of times, even by people who didn't know BTS before. It was simple, no polished stage, no choreography, no song, just a moment. A lapel, a glance, an expression that conveyed mood, presence, and emotional nuance. People use that clip in memes, in reaction videos, in edits with moonlit nights, rainy streets, slow-motional mood edits. Suddenly, he wasn't just a performer. He was a symbol. Why that mattered. This moment had a powerful consequence. It changed Jimin from idol to aesthetic icon. When content becomes an aesthetic template, usable in memes, edits, reactions, and emotional storytelling, it spreads far beyond its original context. In Jimin's case, his movements, looks, expressions, and vocal snippets became raw material for emotional storytelling online. That's what viral really means in the social era. Once that tipping point hit, the spread accelerated rapidly. Not just within K-pop fandoms, but across different languages, borders, and cultures. Here's how. Social media looping. Fans and non-fans alike use Jimin's clips in aesthetic edits, emotional reaction reels, fashion compilations, mood playlists, soft boy vibes edits. These weren't just BTS content. They became universal social media currency beyond fandom. People who didn't follow BTS began encountering Jimin everywhere. Short clips as reactions, meme templates for feelings, background audio on TikTok Reels and Shorts. Fashion inspirations. Some called him the face of soft pop aesthetics. This kind of cross-demographic spread is rare, especially for idols primarily singing in Korean. Emotional resonance. What's more fascinating, Jimin's appeal cuts across groups for emotional reasons. Online discussions often point to his vulnerability, his expressive performance style, his honest stage presence, his warm interactions with fans and bandmates. These qualities create widespread empathy, a key ingredient in viral spread. What's the legacy of Jimin's viral journey? In July 2025, Jimin topped the Idol individual brand reputation rankings with 94% positive sentiment, a remarkable achievement in a world full of conflicting online discourse. That score isn't just numbers, it reflects how people feel about him. Admiration, warmth, affection, inspiration. Beyond BTS, Jimin has continued building his artistic identity. His Billboard topping solo Like Crazy, a historic milestone for Korean solo artists. Collaborations like Vibe with Taeyang, showing crossover appeal in broader music. New works like Smeraldo Garden Marching Band, blending whimsical visuals and artistic expression. These projects show evolution, not just popularity. From fashion choices that challenge norms to trends dubbed Jimin core, Jimin's influence extends into style and visual culture. Fans and fashion outlets discuss how his outfits and aesthetic feel shape trends. Perhaps most importantly, Jimin's appeal isn't superficial. It's based on raw human connection, something a lot of viral stars lack. When people say, Jimin makes me feel seen, it isn't just fan fiction. It's the truth of human psychology. When emotion connects through screen, virality isn't accidental, it's inevitable. So, what made Jimin viral? Not one moment, not one clip, not even one song. It was a constellation of elements: his emotional voice, his expressive performance, his authentic presence, his aesthetic influence, viral meme logic that spread beyond fandom, and a global audience ready to feel something real. Now it's your turn. Tell us in the comments, what was the first Jimin moment that made you stop scrolling? Was it a performance, a candid laugh, a meme edit? We want your stories. The best ones might be featured in the next episode. Thanks for watching What Made K-pop viral. Next time, we're diving into a completely different kind of viral moment. What made Genie make a wish viral? A fantasy rom-com that took TikTok by storm with ethereal visuals and magical storytelling. Hit subscribe, ring the bell, and join us next time. You're watching What Made K-Pop Viral. See you soon.